The Buddhists observe the three refuges, take refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So the next step is observing 5 precepts. Now, 5 precepts, even though it looks like just a practice or just a training rules, normally what we say by these 5 precepts, the Pali word sikkhāpadaṁ. Sikkha is training, right? Pada is sometimes that's why we translate as a rule or training, because the Pali word pada, sikkhāpada, rule or training. So it's actually a training that you willing to observe. Okay, because in Buddhism it's different from other religion. Buddhism, we say there are moral values, but the Buddha actually prefer you to observe by yourself, practice by yourself. That's why you have the Pali word samādiyāmi, I undertake. The Pali word me is I. So like you always see like homi, all these are some Pali words. So in future, I will start the introduction of Pali after Chinese New Year. So you're almost welcome to learn. So the first precept is Pāṇā. Pāṇā is living beings. So Atipātā is actually Atipātā literally means you make the life fall down, means that you destroy living beings. So opposite of killing is compassion or kindness. Now, when somebody kills, it's always through the hatred root. Remember, we had 3 evil roots. One is greed, hatred, and delusion. Okay, greed, hatred, delusion. We call it 贪嗔痴. So let's say for somebody, normally if they kill beings, it's always due to hatred roots. Even though at first, let's say if they kill the being, then they sell off the parts like kidney or flesh or bones or whatever for business. But the moment they kill is always rooted in hatred. Okay? So when people observe this precept, they already try to reduce the hatred or anger. Now, hatred and anger, are they same? Anger is maybe not strong. Hatred is actually sounds strong, okay? But there are same roots, root in the hatred root. Hatred root means it's just the thing that you want to destroy, okay? So this is called hatred. Now the second one is Adinnādānā, okay, stealing. So I undertake the precept to abstain from stealing. I shall be honest and take delight in sharing. So this precept is telling us we should not be too greedy. So this is a good precept because it helps us to reduce our greed, which is the first root. So you have the greed, hatred, delusion. So the first one is greed. Okay. Now, when somebody is greedy, they will, if they cannot have their things, for example, maybe they see the wallet fell down on the road, so they will steal it, they will take it, because they say it have no owner. Sometimes they see the wallet fell on there, they say no owner, they will take it. But actually it's because they have the desire to enjoy the money, right? So it's a very common thing for people, because when they see it, even though the mind cheated themselves, they say the wallet belonged to nobody, okay? But actually the wallet did belong to somebody, even though it fell on the ground. So if people know that you or somebody take it, is considered stealing. So opposite of stealing means generosity. So instead of wanting more and more, so the opposite is giving, sharing, or doing donation. So this is a good precept because it tells us to reduce our greed. Instead, we practice generosity, sharing, and also this is also, if we doing this, we also practice loving kindness also. Okay, now the third precept is sexual misconduct. I be contented with what I have. So this refers to extramarital affair. So normally we teach the children. For teacher, when they want to teach the children, it's very difficult to explain this one because the children will not understand about what is a sexual activity. So normally I will tell it very easily. I say, if your daddy got mommy, then the daddy should not find another woman like this. If the mommy got the daddy, the mommy should not find another man. So the children will understand like this. Okay. And then number 4 is don't tell lies for speech. So I should speak what is true and beneficial. So this will fulfill our parami. So we have one parami in 10 parami. Okay. Our 10 parami, we have this satya. Okay. Satya is truthfulness. So if we don't tell lies, that means that we try to be as truthful as we can and fulfill the truthfulness parami. So this is also important as a 10 parami, one of the parami here. Now, when people tell lies, they don't tell lies just by mouth only. They can tell lies by body. Right? Because we have 3 doors, okay? Body, speech, and mind. Now, normally we tell lies by this mouth, right? When people tell something, you say, no, I don't do it, but in fact I do it, so there's a false speech. But we also can do it by body. Body means, for example, the mother or the teacher asks the children, have you done the homework? They have not done yet, but they say, they don't open the mouth, they just like, But actually they know they haven't done the homework, so they just want to maybe play games, so they just tell lies, not really with verbal. Okay, but sometimes we also can tell lies by writing letters, making false statement also. So that's a Musāvādā. So opposite is try to be truthful. So just now we are talking about this Surā-meraya-majja-pamādaṭṭhānā. Okay, so anything like cigarette or smokes or smoking, drugs, alcohol, and so on, which make our mind very confused. We make our mind intoxicated and make the mind heedless. Heedless means without mindfulness. Okay. Now people say, what is mindfulness? So mindfulness in Pali we call it sati. Sati means your mind aware. Aware of what? Aware of present situation, but it actually much more towards the mind know what is right, what is wrong. So when somebody the mind is so intoxicated, they cannot differentiate what is right, what is wrong. So there's a story here, but it's not so sure. All these we heard one story. So there's a story about one hermit. Okay, so he practicing the good morality. So one day he go to a place and then he's invited, say, okay. He said, I don't want to kill, I don't want to tell lies, I don't want to injure people because I observing the 5 precepts. Then the person say, okay, since you want to observe 5 precepts, why don't you take a little bit alcohol? It will not harm you, a little bit only. He's we call false friend. False friend invite him to take. So he feel that maybe I should not make my friend unhappy with me. So I just please him little bit. So he take little bit alcohol. Then he might get intoxicated. After he might get so intoxicated, then there's a god or whatever. He start to kill it because they want to enjoy the meat together. So you can see, even the number 5, it looks so insignificant. But when the mind is intoxicated, it can do everything, even killing, even stealing, even sexual misconduct. Of course, telling lies. So now on the 5, it look not so important, but actually it's the most important. Because when our mind is confused, we cannot differentiate what is wrong, what is right. So we need to have a very clear. So 5 precept is actually very helpful for meditation. Because the first precept help us reduce greed, reduce hatred, and help us to increase compassion and loving kindness. Second precept help us to be truthful and also less greedy. So it helps us to be generous, share things. So third precept means also be truthful or faithful to your partners. So fourth is fulfill the truthfulness parami. So I shall speak what is beneficial. And last one is very important. Actually, among the 5 precepts, the 5th is actually most important. So people is too intoxicated with gambling, Like just you gamble for 365 days, so gamble 2 days during Chinese New Year. But actually, once you already taste that kind of thing, your mind is will cling to it and enjoy it. Okay, so we open the floor now. Any question about this 5 precepts? Anybody want to ask? In English, yes. Yeah.
I think I want to share on it today. I read a newspaper. I think one of the people, there's a very famous badminton double in Malaysia, and then people send message into their team messenger.
Okay.
And criticize them, say want to threaten them. And why they want to threaten them is because people gamble on their games. When people gamble on games, I think they lost already. So they'll threaten them, want to kill them. So this gambling, is it part? Which one is the which precept already?
For gambling, you mean they gamble on which badminton player will win, right? So it's on the 5th, gambling. Because people can gamble until they lost their whole house, whole properties and so on. Gambling, what is gambling? Gambling means that you put $1, then you thought you might win 10,000. But when you put $1, you think it's not enough. Then you put another $1. Then you put another 100. It's like scam lah, scam nowadays. Why scam happen? Because they try to make you, first they drawn more on the greedy nature in you. So sometimes you put 100, then you put 1,000. Still not enough, you put 10,000. So also gambling is under this one. Pāṇātipātā. Pāṇātā means heedless. Tāna means the ground. The ground for heedless means the many things that can cause us to be heedless. Okay, so it's under this Pāṇātipātā. So Surā-meraya is much more under this intoxicant and so on. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Next question.
Just now I heard you saying this part is very useful for meditation.
Yeah.
I caught that word meditation because before you said that, I always thought 5 precepts is for daily. I mean, for everyone, for daily. And why do you mention specific or meditation?
Yeah, because we have few practice. Dana is a normal practice. After that, you have sila, dana. Then in Noble Eightfold Path, you have sila, samadhi, panya. You all heard about that, right? Sila, samadhi, panya. Sila means morality. So based on morality, the mind can calm down. Then you got samadhi, which is concentration. So samadhi we translate as concentration, but it actually means your mind can focus on meditation object. So based on sila, you get samadhi. Samadhi means concentration, or your mind can calm down to mental object. And after that, when you can see, then you get the panya, wisdom. So sila is the foundation in any practice. So that's why in all the meditation center, you have to take 8 precepts. If not 5 precepts, minimally 5 precepts. Okay. Or people cannot do 8, so at least they can take 7 precepts. So without the sila, the mind will be, if the person has good morality, then when they breaking the little bit sila, when they start to meditate, then they start to worry. They say, oh, am I doing wrong? And then the mind is very restless. So then they cannot get samadhi, concentration. But if they have good morality, then actually in 10 anusati, 10 declaration, some like Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Chaga, morality. Another one is Sila nusati, contemplate of your own morality. So if we can contemplate our own morality, if it's pure, so we also can get some good concentration. So based on Sila, 5 precepts, mind is calm down. Then based on that, we can get panya, wisdom. So it's a supporting factor. So also like faith, faith in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha is also supporting factor. So all these are basic. Why we say basic? Because we need to know all this. Without knowing this, we thought, why we chant? Because I see people always chant the Pali. So I say, you all chant Pali, why don't you chant English also? People chant Pali in Buddha's time because Pali is a language for them at that time. But now Pali is not a language for us. Pali is just we call it, if you want to use the word ritual, we also can use it as ritual because we don't understand the Pali unless you study Pali. So after you chant the Pali, actually we should understand the meaning in English or Chinese. Then it becomes a mental training. Now we call it the sikkhāpadaṁ is training. So actually it's mental. Besides mental, of course, physical training. So if a family can also 5 precepts, they will be in harmony. Because they don't tell lies, they don't cheat each other, they love each other. So if we can follow 5 precepts, so wherever we go. Now remember when we worship the Buddha, we also offer the incense. The meaning of incense is like morality. Some people with good morality, wherever they go, people like them. It's like very fragrance. Yeah. So you say that even the Deva will know if you have good morality or not good morality. People with not good morality, the Deva will not approach them. Okay. Yeah, next question. Okay, if no question, we will do some chanting. So I think, okay, it's good to know this chanting. You're all familiar, right? Are you? No. Okay, this is a very nice chanting. I like it. It's a very melodious. Okay, so this is taking refuge of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha in all the times. Okay, so we can chant together. Okay. Ye cha Buddha atita cha, ye cha Buddha anagata, paccuppanna cha ye Buddha, aham vandami sappada, nati me saranam anyam, Buddho me saranam varam. Etena saja wajena honto me jaya mangalam uta mangena wadeha pada pansu varutamam buddhiyo kalito doso buddho kamantu tammamam buddham jivitam yavanibanam Saranam gacchami. Where I clear the. Okay. Next one to the Dhamma. Ye cha Dhamma atita cha, ye cha Dhamma anagata, paccuppanna cha ye Dhamma, aham vandami sappada. Nati me saranam anyam, Dhammo me saranam varam, etena saja wajena, honto me jaya mangalam, utam mangena vadeham, dhammam cha dividam varam, dhamme yo kalito doso, Dhammo kamantu tammamam, Dhammam jivitam yavanibanam, saranam gacchami. Ye cha sangha atita cha, ye cha sangha anagata, paccuppanna cha ye sangha, aham vandami sappada. Nati me saranam anyam, sangho me saranam varam, etena saja wajena, honto me jaya mangalam, uta mangena vadeham, sangham cha divitotamam, sangheyo kalito doso, Sangho kamantu tammamam, Sangham jivitam yavanibanam, saranam gacchami. Okay, we read the English. We read the English first. Those who were Buddhas in the past, those who will be Buddhas in the future, and those who are Buddha in the present. I worship them every day. For me, there is no other refuge. For me, the Buddha is the best. But by this declaration of truth, may there be blessing of success to me. With my head, I worship the most excellent dust of his feet. For any fault or wrong against the Buddha, may the Buddha forgive me for that. I go for lifelong refuge to the Buddha right up to Nirvana. That which was Dhamma in the past, that which will be Dhamma in the future, and that which is a Dhamma in the present, I worship it every day. For me, there is no other refuge. For me, the Dhamma is the best refuge. By this declaration of the truth, may there be blessing of success to me. In my head, I worship the excellent threefold Dhamma, learning, practice, realization. For any fault or wrong against the Dhamma, may the Dhamma forgive me for that. I go for lifelong refuge to the Dhamma right up until Nibbana. Okay, Sam. Okay, so it's very meaningful because we pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha of past, present, and future. Because who knows, while we are still in this samsara, let's us hope that we'll meet the future Buddha. Okay. Yes? This is a just translation from the Pali. Pamso is dust, pada is a food. This means that you pay respect, bow down your head to the foot. Because people are very proud, because the whole body part, the head is the most important. So if somebody touch your head, you will get angry, So if you be able to bow your head to the foot, that means that you really let go of your conceit. Okay, so that's the meaning. So beside taking refuge here, also you ask the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, forgive us. Because it's in this practice of learning, sometimes we might have do wrong by body, speech, and mind. So it's good to ask forgiveness. And also finally, we confirm that we go to until Nibbana. So Nibbana might be a very long time. So at least we go for refuge right after, right until Nibbana. So this is a very nice chanting. I think I heard, I think it's a Sri Lankan style. So in my chanting book, I put everything Sri Lankan, Burmese or whatever. It doesn't matter as there's a meaning there. Okay, I think it's good also for us to chant 10 parami. You all know 10 parami, right? So what is parami? Parami means perfection. Perfection, we can take it the qualities of the highest or best quality. 所以波罗蜜是最好的最高的功德哈。So that's why we translate as parami. Okay, so now we will chant this 10 parami together. Yeah, 30, because 10 parami you times 3 times. First one is normal, ordinary parami. Second one is a superior parami. That one is supreme perfection. So parami we graded into 3, so we times 10 times 3, we got 30 paramis. So 波罗蜜有3种哈，第一个是普通波罗蜜，平凡的；另外一个超越，最后是至高波罗蜜。所以乘以这个3个阶段乘以10，所以有30种波罗蜜。OK， 我们会念波罗蜜。OK， Patamang Dana Parami, Dana Upa Parami, Dana Paramata Parami, Dutiyam Sila Parami, Sila Upa Parami, Sila Paramata Parami, Tatiyam Nekama Parami, Nekama Upa Parami, Nekama Paramata Parami. Chatutam Panya Parami, Panya Upa Parami, Panya Paramata Parami. Pachamam Viriya Parami, Viriya Upa Parami, Viriya Paramata Parami. Chatatam Kanti Parami, Kanti Upa Parami, Khanti paramata parami, satamam sajja parami, sajja upaparami, sajja paramata parami, atamam aditana parami, aditana upaparami, aditana paramata parami. Nawamam metta parami, metta upaparami, metta paramata parami. Tasamam upeka parami, upeka upaparami, upeka paramata parami. Samatinsa parami, Maitri, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upeka, Kusala, Sampano. Okay, so then parami, the first one is dana. 第一个波罗蜜是布施波罗蜜。Second one is sila. Okay, so when you observe your 5 precepts, you are fulfilling your sila parami. So 第二个，当你手持无戒，所以你在圆满你的这个戒的波罗蜜。So tatiyam is nekama, renunciation, right? So this why I ask the ladies, do you want to ordain as Sayale here? Most of the ladies say they are attached to their own hair. Cannot let go attachment. So okay. So actually when you learn to ordain as a monk or nun, you are fulfilling your renunciation. 所以如果你们可以出家，就是讲在圆满这个远离舍离的波罗蜜，舍离你的头发啦。Okay. The next one is a wisdom, all right? 般若智慧波罗蜜。So number 5, 第5精进波罗蜜，Viriya, effort. Number 6 is the perfection of Khanti, all right? Patient, right? Khanti is patient, but another meaning of tolerance. Tolerance means you tolerance to hot and cold, tolerance to hunger, tolerance when you sit down. Like when you sit down, you feel itch, pain. So if you don't just move your body, just observe the pain, the itch. So you are practicing the Khanti parami. 所以在修禅时候，我们忍痛痒麻，不要动来动去，舍这些苦受。所以我们是在圆满这个忍辱、忍耐的波罗蜜。So that's why sometimes parami we call it patience. Another word we call it tolerance. So number 7, satya, truthfulness, 诚实. So when we don't tell lies, we try to be truthful. So we are observing this parami. 当我们不讲骗话，我们保持诚实，我们在圆满诚实的波罗蜜。So Adinnādānā resolution. Okay, so it's whatever you do, you resolve. Okay, I want to finish this project. Especially it's a good project, it's a wholesome project. So we should make Adinnādānā. Yes, I will complete it, even though it's very difficult. Okay, so 如果我们有一些困难，特别在行善的时候，我们要有这个决意心，把它完成。Okay, number 9, you all know loving kindness. All right, so when you observe the non-killing, even like non-stealing, means you don't harm people. So we are actually practicing loving kindness. But one of the way to practice loving kindness is always be kind to ourselves. Because if you don't have love for yourself, how can you love others? 所以我们这个慈爱就是讲，要对人家好，也包括了对自己好，要爱自己。Next one is equanimity. So among these, this is the hardest. Dana is actually easy compared to this one. Okay, 所以最难的还是这个舍波罗蜜。So together we have that. So this is we call it kusala. So all these 30 parami or 10 parami, in fact, they are wholesome thing. Okay, now we just chant ETB, so after that we go for meditation. All right, so because this is a meditation class, so we do the Buddha no sati, means we recollect the qualities of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So we put the hand together, let's chant together. Iti piso bhagava arahan samma sambuddho vichita micchācārana sampanno sukhato lokavitu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo sanditiko akaliko ehipasiko opanayiko pacchattam veditamo. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samiccipatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa pukala esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo anjarikaraneyo anuttaram punyaketa lokasati. Evam buddham sarantana dhamman sanghan cha bhikkhavo payam va chambitatam va loma hanso na hesati etena sacavacena patutvam ratanatayam etena sacavacena patutvam ratanatayam Etena sajawacena patutvam ratanatayam. Okay, so thus because in you remember the Buddha, the Dhamma and Sangha, fear, trembling or terror will never arise. By this speaking of truth, may the Triple Gem protect you. So this is also meditation, Buddhanusati, okay? Buddhanusati, Dhammanusangha, Sanghanusati. So this we meditate when we go to any place, you feel harm, you feel danger. So instead of keep the mind in the anxious state, so you just think about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and it makes your mind feel happy. All right, so we now go for meditation. All right, so what we do is everybody sit comfortably. 所以我们先进入禅修哦，所以online 的学生也是一起啊。所以我们先坐好 ，OK, sit comfortably, right? So we can start to meditate now. So first, close your eyes. Keep the back straight, alright? And make your feet whatever position as long as you feel comfortable. 所以我们开始呢，就是把我们的身体挺直。后来呢，要我们的背子啊，脚你放坐还是坐在地上还是坐椅子都可以。So keep the back straight and first what you do is kind of like do scanning, you know, go to the head, to the feet, and then make and find if there's any stress, you just adjust the body until you feel comfortable. So 我们从头到脚那边，如果哪一个部分有不是很舒服，我们调一下，让我们的身心比较舒服就好。OK， 如果你觉得你的呼吸不是很好，所以你可以慢慢的吸气，慢慢的吐气，调到你的心、你的身比较舒服一下。So for those who feel that your breathing still not clear or very not good, so you can just take a deep breathing in and breathing out and slowly calm down your body and mind. Okay, so make sure your body and mind feel comfortable. So you can take a deep breathing in and breathing out. Another deep breath in and breathe out. 所以慢慢的吸气，慢慢的吐气，慢慢的吸气，慢慢的吐气，到我们的心比较平静下来。所以我们可以选几个目标，你可以观呼吸， 或你可以观身体的4大元素或你可以观你的心，做心念处都可以。今天是自己的自修So either you do reading meditation or 4 great elements, or just simply observe the mind. So do the Chittanapassana. Okay, so we can start to meditate until 9:20. Aliyapana Sabba itiyo Sabbe purisa Sabbe aliya Sabbe analiya Sabbe dewa Sabbe manusa Sabbe vinipatika Avera hontu Abhya pacha hontu Anika hontu Suki atanam Pariharantu Dukkha muchantu Yada lada sampatito Mavigachantu Kāmesu. So this is the just now is a leading loving kindness to all beings. Now when we talking about this direction, so you kind of just think about the east or west or whatever, just a kind of general abbreviation, all right? Puradimaya disaya Pachimaya disaya Uttaraya disaya Dakinaya disaya Puradimaya anudisaya Pachimaya anudisaya Uttaraya anudisaya Dakinaya anudisaya Hetimaya disaya Upalimaya disaya Sabe sata Sabe pana Sabe buddha Sabe pukala Sabe atabawa Paliyapana Sabba itiyo Sabe pulisa Sabe ariya Sabe anariya Sabe dewa Sabe manusa Sabe vinipatika Avera hontu Abhya pacha hontu Anika hontu Suki atanam Pariharantu Dukkha muchantu Yada lada sampatito Mavigachantu Kāmesu. Now, this is another way of reading loving kindness, but this is more towards divide it into 3 parts. One is on earth, the other second one is the beings on the water, then the third one is the beings on the air. All right, so this is another way of radiating. Udam yawa bhavagacha adoyawa avichito samanta chakawalesu yesata patavichara abhyapaja niveraja nidukkhaja nupadawa Udam yawa bhavagacha adoyawa avichito samanta chakawalesu yesata udakechara abhyapaja niveraja nidukkhācānupadāvā udam yāvā pavagacca aduyāvā aviccitto samanta cakkavalesu ye sata akaseccara abhyapajja niveraja nidukkhācānupadāvā. We share lyrics. Imano punya bhagam sabha satanam dema. Imano punya bhagam sabha satanam dema. Imano punya bhagam sabha satanam dema. Idam no nyatina hotu Sukita hontu nyatayo idam no nyatina hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idam no nyatina hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Okay, we share this merit with all sentient beings. May they obtain this merit and be well and happy. 我们与一切众生分享这些功德，愿一切众生得以分享这些功德，获得快乐和安康。Let this merit go to our relatives. May our relatives be happy. 愿这功德奉向回向于亲人，愿他们快乐安宁。Okay, so we just make aspiration. Adinnādānā jaramaranam ha parimuchisami idam me punyam ashavakaya vaham hotu idam me punyam nibbanasa pacayo hotu idam me silam Magapalanyana pacayo hotu. Indeed, by this mental training practice, I shall surely be free from aging, sickness, and death. By my merit, may I eradicate all defilements. May my merit be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be a condition to attain path and fruition knowledge. 凭我八正道的讯息，遵守戒定慧的决心，我肯定能够远离老化、疾病和死亡。愿我所得的功德帮助我去除内心的污秽、一切恶念。愿我所得的功德帮助我体证涅槃。愿我所得的戒力和德行帮助我获得道果智。Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. By this merit that I have acquired, may I meet foolish wicked person, may I meet wise and virtuous persons, until I attain nibbana, ultimate peace and happiness. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. 愿佛法久住于世。May the Buddha dispensation teaching last long in the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, paying respect 3 times. Okay, Buddham pujami. Second time Dhammam pujami. Sangham pujami.